Let me see. I'm recording.
Yes. Okay.
It's good. You're good.
Perfect. Okay, thank you. Thanks, Jenny. All right. Okay. Yeah, because this won't, I mean, we have another Zoom at 9:00 my time. So this will be short anyway. Janelle and I did okay, I'm not an event person. Like, I worked my business straight from social media, like 100% social media. I mean, I would talk like in public, if I was like at a park or something, I would talk to moms, but like I wouldn't be like, hey, have you tried that crazy rap thing? Just because that's like totally. So this event that we did last week was like unreal. Okay. I thought I was going to literally jump off a cliff before I went because I was so nervous because events just scare me. Okay. I've never had like success with events. And so I was talking, what, Brian? So shut up. I was like yelling at him before because I was so stressed out. I'm just like, oh my God. And he's like, you're psycho. And he's like laughing at me. And he's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, I hate events. And I was like, and you're just standing there laughing at me. And it was just, so when I got there, I was like a nervous wreck. And Janelle, her husband wasn't out of work yet. And so I was like there by myself, and there were a bunch of other vendors, probably like 14 other vendors there. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And they stuck me in a room, and it was at our chiropractor's office. It was called Ladies Night. Right. And so I like signed up for this months ago, but I like didn't even want to think about it because I was so nervous. I hate events. And so I stayed in a corner in the room, and people would walk in. And so it started at 5:00. So I got there at like, I was supposed to be there at 4, but I ended up getting there at like 4:40 because I knew, Janelle was over my house that day, and we just were like, you know what, we're not going to do like a crazy event. Like, I'm not even going to bring product. You know what? I don't want to sell product on hand. I want loyal customers, and I want distributors. So I'm like, I'm not even giving people that option. And I was like, I'm bringing my Keurig. And so I brought my Keurig to just brew water. And I told her, I said, I don't want to be like, it works, like, woo, like lime green, everything, because we do have like a bad rep. Some people just walk past us like, oh God, it works. And so, and they don't even know that we have more than that crazy rap thing. So like, we just did it so different and simple. I brought my Keurig and I set it up. And then I had like my KetoCoffee, just a bag of KetoCoffee. It was unopened. And then I had one like in my bag that was already opened that I was going to be giving samples. And I had I got a couple black tablecloths just because I had no idea what I was doing. And I was like, I kind of want to be like silvery, like so silver and black. And so I got like a little like, I don't know, some stupid plastic bowl with like silver, I don't know, silver something around it. Like, and it was just cute. And I'm like, well, okay, when I go to like ladies events, like if I go to an event, I'm like, I want chocolate in a bowl. Like and Janelle's like, ew, that's disgusting. People just reach their hands. And I'm like, no. Like with packages, like little chocolate, like just take and eat. And so I'm like, I mean, it's a bunch of women. Who the hell doesn't like chocolate? And so we're like the only ones out of 15 people. I made her stop at the store to get chocolate on the way. Okay. It was so bad. So we have like a bowl of chocolate, and then we have a coffee maker to brew hot water. And then I had a silver tray, and it had like little lime green shot glasses on it. Okay. And I took the keto energy packets and I broke it up into fifths. So one little packet I put in 5 different cups, and it was just like in a circle. And then I had like a stack of cups in the middle of that just for like keto samples. And so I would brew water, and people would come in, and I'm like, but this before Janelle got there, I'm like, listen, I'm like, my other girl's not here. I don't have everything ready. And I was so nervous. Like, I wouldn't even talk to anyone before Janelle got there. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm such a lunatic. Like, these people are probably like, what is wrong with her? And I like sat in the corner of the room, and I'm like, sorry, other girl's not, her husband's not home from work. I'm not ready. And people are just staring at me like, okay. I wouldn't even talk to anyone. I'm like, a triple diamond, like VIP, whatever. And I'm like, get the hell out of here until my wing girl comes. And all she had was, I mean, she brought like waters, and I don't even know. Yeah, she brought candy and waters. Like, she didn't have anything that I needed. But I brought, so I had my coffee maker just to brew water, KetoCoffee, chocolate grains, and then the keto energy samples. Okay. That is it. That is all that was up. I did have my laptop up for a while, but we could not get the internet to work on it because I was going to play like a PowerPoint of before and after pictures. And we also like had a sign that was supposed to say sip and sample, but I didn't have time to do that. So like literally it was a coffee maker, KetoCoffee, chocolate grains, and then like little samples of the energy. Okay. So what I didn't want anyone to ask me people did, they were like, I'd like to just have this like right now. And I'm like, well, I don't actually have product to sell on hand. I wanted people to see how simple it was for us to host events. Like people were coming in with, they had like dollies wheeling stuff in, and I'm just like my coffee maker and my bag. And I just go in and I'm like setting things up, and everyone has like, there was like LuLaRoe and all these big crazy, they brought so much stuff, and I'm like, oh my God. And then there's like us, and it's just like a coffee maker and like a bag of coffee. And so it was very, very simple, and people that were interested in making money saw how simple it was. And I'm like, no, actually, like the company ships directly to you guys. And so Janelle would, I'm like, all right, they would ask a question, and I'm like, give me the baby. So because she brought the baby, and I'm like, give me Carly. And she would talk to the people as, and it was just so simple. Like we would just literally brew water and put a little bit of keto, like it was probably this much in a cup of water. Then we would show them how simple it was. Like I would open a keto packet and pour a little bit of the keto coffee in. And I had this handy dandy, the frother. Okay, well, I bought one like right before the event, thank God, because it saved my life, even though it got all over the wall because there was only this much coffee that I was trying to brew in a little tiny cup. And so it would go like everywhere, but it was so nice because it wasn't like chunky. It was just frothed and nice. And so I'm like, all right, they would walk in and they'd be like, what is this? And I'm like, do you drink coffee in the mornings? And they're like, yes, I have like, some people would be like, yeah, I have like 3 or 4 cups. I have and so we're like, okay, well, how about coffee that burns fat? And they're like, huh? And I'm like, and then we would go into like, okay, so your body's in ketosis at night, and while you're sleeping, you're fasting. So in the morning, as soon as you eat, your body's using those carbs to burn energy, they're burning the carbs for energy. Sorry, more people are, so it's like popping up. And I'm like, how about you drink this coffee and it burns your fat instead? And they're like, huh? And I'm like, listen, there's like grass-fed butter in here, it's the good fats. It's like an avocado. And Janelle kept saying that it's like an avocado. And she would tell people like, it's just so simple. You just take this coffee, and then she pulls out her own pictures on her phone and is like, this is me. Janelle, what was it, like a month? Your results?
11 pounds in 3 weeks.
Yeah, 11 pounds in 3 weeks. So she's pulling out her own results. And I'm like wicked on and off with with being like healthy. So I didn't really have my own results. I'm like, look at my friend Allie. But one day. And so now I just like, I know like how simple it has to be. I did bring other products and stuff, and Janelle and I were like, should we do this? Should we do this? And then we're like, you know what? Let's just keep it really, really simple. And so they would ask us questions, we'd answer them. And then before, like Janelle had 2 people sign up on the spot. She just handed them the iPad, and they were like, I would love to be a loyal customer because that's going to save me money in the long run. And she's like, it was just so simple. And so she hands them the iPad, walks them through 2 loyal customers within what, Janelle, like 15 minutes. It was crazy.
Yeah, really fast. It was
so fast.
So easy.
So amazing. So then all the people that came in and talked to us, we had them write down, like Janelle had these little, can you talk? The cards.
Oh, sorry. I had cards. They're out in my car right now. I should go get them and show you guys. They're freaking amazing. It has their name, phone number, how they want to be contacted. Jeff, where's my keys? Oh, never mind. I see them.
Yeah, they're like wicked simple, just tiny little.
My friend made them for me. So it has all of that stuff on there. And then at the bottom, it says something like, I'm interested in earning free product. I'm interested in being a product tester. I'm interested in hosting a party. So it gives them all these options. So, okay, worst case scenario, they say that I want to earn free product. You find them on Facebook, and that's where you're going to get a host to post from. So if they're interested in earning free product, have them do a host to post. If you get one person to sign up, it's free samples. I'm going to send you a week's worth of greens. If you get 5 people to order, I'm going to send you a free product. So this is what it looks like, if y'all can see it. So
Yeah. Will you take a picture of it like after so I can send it to everyone's thing? Because it's like so simple
yeah,
and amazing.
super, super easy.
Oh my God. That scared the shit out of me. Steph is on in Australia. Okay, so thank you, Janelle. So it was like super simple. Everyone just wrote down, what they wanted. We would flip it over, and I was just asking people, like, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, events are not my thing. Okay, so I'm like just pulling stuff out of my rear end. I see Mason, so I'm just gonna use nice words. So I'm like pulling things out of my butt, and I'm like, all right, flip that over, and I'm gonna, because some people are like, I am on medications, and I'm like, perfect. Tell me exactly what you're interested in. Or is it the keto coffee and the chocolate greens or whatever? And I'd be like, so we're going to text you the ingredients to these. So then we have their phone number, and they're giving us permission to text them. And so then that was a Thursday night. So Friday comes around, right? And it's follow-up Friday. So we, these loyal customers sign up on the spot. And then some of them are like, they're waiting. And then some of them signed up over the weekend. Some of them were asking to meet up with us. We had a really creepy one that was a little strange, but, and so I walked into the chiropractor's office yesterday, and they're like, oh my gosh, my mom is definitely going to get those. She loved the keto coffee. And I'm like, all right, perfect. Just let her give me a call, whatever. And then tomorrow is follow-up Friday. So it's a week after the event. It's been exactly a week today. Tomorrow's Friday. People get paid. It's the 1st. So everybody gets paid. It's either the 1st and the 15th for military. It's Friday for other people. And so it's like the perfect day to be following up with people. So tomorrow we're going to be messaging every single one of these people, right? And we're going to say, hey, thank you so much for coming. I wanted to thank you again for coming to Ladies Night last week. I just wanted to let you know that you were entered into a drawing that I do every Friday, and you were chosen to have a free sample party for you and 5 friends. So they're like, oh my God, I won something. And in reality, it's like, all right, we're just going to have more parties. This is just what we're doing. This one person won a free sample party. And if you have 5 friends show up and, everyone tastes the coffee, I'll give you a wrap for free, and and every Friday I'm going to, I do a thing, and nobody knows who was actually pulled from it. I mean, I guess I'm lying, but oh yeah, they got paid today. Cause USAA gets paid a day before too. So on a Friday, that is follow-up Friday. So this is like perfect. All of these leads that people were taking the drink. And so they would take a sip of the coffee, and I'm like, it's a little weird. Like, it's got like a buttery taste in it, but that's the fat. That's going to help you burn your own fat. And they're like, oh my God. Just like how I was saying, burning fat with coffee, they like loved it. It was just so weird. I had no idea what I was talking about. I mean, I know that it helps burn fat, and I did lose weight myself when I was actually consistent. Once again, I'm going to try that again. But like, so I did have my, and hold on one second. I'm going to mute it. And so, oh crap. One thing that I did, so I would make them take a sip of like the coffee, and some people would make like a weird face, and I'm like, no, I didn't really like my keto coffee plain, but I'm like, let me change your life real quick. I'm a wicked chocolate person. You see this chocolate bowl right here of like real chocolate? We might be a health and wellness company, but of course we're also women. I'm pretty sure I was on my thing last week too. So that really helped. And I'm like, I love chocolate. And so I was like, I just gave them a tiny, tiny bit of chocolate greens after they took a sip of the keto coffee. And they were like, And I'm like, all right, now let me see your cup. And I would put it in and I would froth it. And so then they got the taste of the keto coffee and the greens. So that right there, that they like that taste. And that's more BV for us. That's more, that sale is knocked up because they like both of those products. So this is so simple. I think I paid $35 to have this event. Okay. And I don't even know how many leads this gave us, because literally we were nonstop. From the second Janelle walked into the door, I finally was like, okay, I can talk to people now. And I started talking to people, and she started talking to people, and someone was like, oh man, I got to go clean up. Like, they were in there talking to us, and they worked at the chiropractor's office, and they're like, oh crap, we got to go clean up. And I'm like, what? Clean up? What are you talking about? And I was like, Janelle, what time is it? She goes, oh, whoa, it's 7:45. I'm like, this ended 15 minutes ago. Like, we didn't even know. We didn't have time to like look at our phones. Like, I mean, the only thing she did with her phone was look at her picture and show people her picture. We didn't have to, like, Janelle or Jade was like, why didn't you have them on Facebook right there? I'm like, listen, I'm learning. Okay. Like, I'm learning. I made some mistakes and I just don't know. And I was like, I didn't even have time to look at my phone. I couldn't get on Facebook. I didn't have time for that. And, now it's going to be even easier. I'm going to have the Keurig there, but I'm going to have hot water in a Yeti to stay warm. So it's way easier. So I don't have to brew it. And it's all going to be frothed and it's going to be ready to just pour. It's going to be even easier. So like, I just wanted to get on here and let you guys know, if there are events around you, take advantage of it right now. Because with these keto products, we don't have to bring all these vitamins and all these supplements and everything that we have. We don't even have to bring wraps. I think I had a wrap on in case people talked about it. I had one on, but I didn't bring a thing of wraps out because I wanted customers. I don't want people, and I want people wanting to book parties and get free wraps. And so I was like, I'm not giving, like, some people were saying, like, why didn't you give a cup of keto coffee out for $4? I'm like, I don't want $4. I want to promote. Like, I want some BV. I want some loyal customers. That's what I want. I want some distributors. So I just did it in a different way than other people did. And I was like, Janelle, let's just wing it. And that's exactly what we did. And we just, we had all this stuff that we didn't even use, and we didn't need to. The more simple it was, the more people wanted to come in and talk to us, because all these other places, like, they were all set up. They had hundreds of products set up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, no. I'm having a stall event in my own town on the 23rd. I'm super excited. Yes, please talk.
So I did an event last year, and it was my first one, and I did it with Gabby, and I had like the full shebang set up. Like, I had like every product. I had stuff on hand. This was when the It's Essential bars were still in. I cut those up into little pieces and put them in a little cupcake wrapper so they could taste it. And then I looked around. I saw this LuLaRoe girl pull up this gigantic ass truck of like inventory and was like bringing it in, set it up for like 3 hours and had to tear it all down. Now, granted, I had a full table, but it was like I just threw it in a box and into my car. But I like how you said you didn't even set anything up. That just makes so much more sense for me. And I feel like it would bring people in more. Like keeping the black and the silver and not having like all of the It Works stuff set out. I think that's wicked smart.
Yeah, it was just so simple. Like, we didn't wear lime green. We didn't have a lime green tablecloth. We just, less is totally more.
Yeah.
It's like, because people want to ask more questions.
Can you touch base on
Brian said, Tina.
Meeting a potential in a public place.
Oh yeah, he goes, can you touch base on meeting a potential in a public place for your own safety? So Janelle and I had a potential from this. It was actually a husband that called her like 7 times this weekend and wanted to meet up with us. And she did this on Black Diamond, so you guys all know. But her and I got in the car. She had her pistol locked and loaded, ready to go. And we pull up. Yeah, she has her conceal and carry, okay? And
I'm not crazy. Well, maybe a little.
Well, I don't know. Brian's like, I'd go to a random house, Janelle. I'd go anywhere, Janelle. But I'm like, Janelle, listen, I have 3 kids at home. You have 3 kids at home. We just pulled up to it. I mean, I'm not trying to be judgmental or anything, but this place is freaking ghetto. Someone's going to kill us.
It was
These people don't have
sketchy.
shit for money. It was very
I'm
sketchy.
glad
So,
you said something, because I was just like, oh my God, I'm being a huge pussy right now because I'm so scared. But when you said something, I'm like, okay, good. It's not just me. We can leave. We're not going to do this.
I just had a bad feeling. Like, I was like, listen, something's wrong. So then I went to the chiropractor the next day, or 2 days later, and I'm like, or maybe it was the next day. And I'm like,
Yeah.
listen, Travis, do you have a customer with this name? And he's like, he doesn't have money. He's like, he is actually homeless. So whatever, he goes, he's homeless. He's on state insurance, and he literally falls asleep out here on our lawn. So all that stuff that he's asking you and telling you he's interested in, he doesn't have the money for that. And he goes, and you guys need to block him now. So we went and we looked like on his Facebook. We found him on Facebook, and it's like all these, we have a lot of like sex trafficking here because we're like right off the interstate that goes from like coast to coast. There's a ton of sex trafficking. So I'm like, oh my God, he was going to take us and he was going to use us. And I don't have time for this shit. And I'm like, it was just very just creepy. I'm like, we just gotta go to Dairy Queen. We just gotta get ice cream. And that's what we did. We went to Dairy Queen. We got a whole lot of blizzards. We were much better after that. So she called him, and we were like in the parking lot of this ghetto apartment complex. And we were just like, she's like, my kid fell off his bike and we can't come. And he's like, well, you're going to have to take care of that then. And he was rude to her. I'm like, you just want to sleep with us? I'm like, oh my God. It was really scary. So be safe, please. What's that mean? Oh, on his little Xbox. Okay, so this is just, I just wanted to get on here. I want to tell you guys how simple this is. I want to tell you, coming from me who built my entire business on social media, I'm going to tell you right now, I will have, okay, and be safe. Brian's very, very onto this be safe thing. I'm going to have at least 2 events a month because you can fill out your steps to success right then and there in a 2.5-hour period, okay? It is so much easier not bringing when people see supplements, they're like, oh, geez, you just want me skinny. Well, you know what? That's not even what it's about. But then these women come in and they're talking to us. And I'm like, do you drink coffee? And then we start talking about like, you know, I mean, if you drink coffee anyway, we might as well use this. It's going to burn your fat. And then, you know, they start, oh, I've heard of these wraps. Then we start talking about the wraps. And then when we're talking about the wraps, we start talking about, you know, the berry greens, because if they don't like the chocolate, you know, this is just, and we have so many more products. We didn't even have product catalogs on us. I mean, we didn't have anything. I wanted them to ask questions. And I'm like, I mean, Janelle and I wanted the catalogs, but like we didn't have them. So we were like, man, whatever, we'll just wing it. And it just worked. Like it worked way better than I've done at least 3 or 4 events before. And I was just I don't know. I just had so much crap and so much green, and I'm like, I don't want to be flashy like that. Like I want to be cool, just sit here and drink coffee. And that's what we did. And then like 2.5 hours flew by, and I'm like, holy crap, that was insane. My feet were freaking killing me, and I don't even know why. Like I think it was just because we were just constantly like, I'm walking around making coffee. And so it can be even more simple than that. It can be everything is in a Yeti tumbler, and it's already hot and it's already frothed, and we just pour it in. Like just make it simple for yourselves. And if there is an event next year, like I'm not even joking you, I am going to my hairdresser and I'm saying, can I set up free samples at the salon on Saturday morning for 3 hours, please? And she actually makes her own keto coffee. So she's going to go, absolutely, as long as I can get a free sample, because she's at home making her own keto coffee. And, you know, I'm like, let me just do this. Let me just sit here for three hours and just hand out samples. Like people love that. They're going to get their hair done on a Saturday morning. Ask around. Let people, guys, people want free samples. You take 1 keto packet. You know, how far did that keto packet get us? Probably
That got us, one keto packet got us through probably 4 people.
at least, yeah. It
Yeah.
was like a lot, because if you think about it, it's 8 ounces. I mean, people were getting 2 ounces. Like at least 4 people would get a sample of it. So it was just so smart. And we didn't even know how much was like going in it. We were just like, whatever. But too much. And so next time I'm like, oh my gosh, just having a frother, hot water, keto coffee, and chocolate cream. That's all you need to do. You don't need anything else. You have your
And
website. Flip card.
every person got a Blitz card or my business card that had my information on it. So I had my way of getting in touch with them, and they had a way of getting in touch with me. So there was going to be
Exactly.
0 dropped communication. I mean, either way, we're going to talk.
Exactly. And when they were filling out their information, we're like, oh, we have a free wrap drawing and a free keto energy drawing. So put your name in, and then on the back, write what you're interested in, and we'll be following up with you. I mean, you can just, and that's what they want. They want us to follow up with them. They loved it. They loved it. I don't know anyone that was like, actually one girl was like,
There
oh
was
God.
that one weird ass girl.
She's like, oh, ew, ew. And I'm like, she's not a coffee drinker, like at all. Like you could tell. She just wasn't.
But
Younger though. Like, so whatever.
Yeah.
Just make it super simple. If you guys need help even getting events in your area, make sure you're adding yourself onto Facebook groups and be like, are there any local events that I can set up a booth? And they're going to say, who are you with? And you're going to say, It Works Global. Or you can even say, I just want to set up a fat burning coffee bar. Free samples. That's all you have to say. Fat burning coffee bar. I want to give out free samples of fat burning coffee. And people are going to be like, yup. Hell yeah. And then you use like, literally you need a bag of keto coffee and a thing of chocolate greens. That is it. That's it. So make this super simple for yourselves, because you could literally, if you're not on social media every day, or you're stressed out trying to be on social media and posting and messaging, and you know what, you could fill out your steps to success so easily by doing one of these a month. So easily. Like, I mean, there weren't even that many people at this thing. And it was just like, holy shit. Like it was the most interaction I've ever had. And it wasn't even a huge event. Like it was just, everyone was just interested. They see a Keurig. They're a bunch of women. That's coffee. And then when I said the word fat burning, they're like, yup. I mean, some of these people were tiny. And I'm like, you don't even need this, but here's some chocolate greens to keep you healthy. I mean, so here in Australia, we don't have the chocolate greens. So do you think? Oh, that's a good idea. I never even thought about that. I totally forgot you guys don't have chocolate greens there. So, yeah, I mean, sugar-free, there's cocoa powder in it. Yeah. I mean, you don't, and honestly, like the keto coffee does not taste bad as it is. It's just a taste that they're just going to have to like, I don't know. You just get used to it. Listen, it's fat burning. I use that when oh, perfect. Caitlin uses that. So cocoa, good idea. Yeah, just be like, you can add this. I mean, that's a really good idea. I never even thought to do that. But yeah, I mean, the keto coffee is not bad. It's good, and it's burning people's fat. Like, that's amazing. Are you kidding me? What do people want? Or what time is it, Steph?
It's 12 p.m.
12 p.m.?
Yeah.
Holy moly, that is so weird.
Oh no, what day is it today? Friday.
Can you just talk for us? I just really like your accent.
I know. I always tell her, I'm like, will you just sing me your ABCs?
I know. I know, please. I just love it.
H-I-J-K-L-M-N-O-P.
You are so freaking cute.
That's awesome. Sorry, I really want an accent. I think that would be really nice.
Did I make? How you going?
I don't think there's very many people left on this, but you guys, this is simple. I really think that we should be pushing our teams to do this. This is just friggin' stupid not to. And like, take it from me, who was like scared shitless to have one of these. I was very, very, very nervous. Like, so nervous, because I just don't like, it's not that I don't like people. I just don't want people asking me questions. But I didn't even let them ask me anything, because all I had was what I was going to talk about was chocolate greens and keto coffee. I didn't go into the thermofit, and I didn't go into any of that. I said, we have so many other products that here's a Blitz card, here's my website. If you have any questions, make sure you're coming to me and asking me. So all you talk about is literally keto coffee and how it's burning fat and chocolate greens. So like I never realized how simple things have to be. Like, it's so stupid that we're not doing this. Yes, we did build our businesses like primarily from social media, but the fact that we are not getting ourselves out there, most of the people that walked in there were like, what's It Works Global? And I'm like, you don't know what this is? And so when we do say, like, a lot of people don't know what It Works is, well, they really don't, because I was like in public and they're like, what? I'm like, shut your face. Let me just tell you real quick, a little bit about my keto coffee here. And that's it, because I was just nervous to talk about anything else. I'm not the type to talk in public about like products. I mean, I told Jenny Fallon that. She's like an enroller for like 2-3 loyal customers a day. And I'm like, I hate talking about the products. makes me nervous in front of people. I can do it on my phone. Someone asks me like specifics. I'm like, shit. You know, in person, it just makes me nervous. I have heart palpitations. I don't like it. So when I'm just keeping it simple and I'm like, listen, keto coffee, burn fat, chocolate greens, taste good, fruits, veggies, superfoods.
So take some
That's
confianza.
all I talk about. What?
Take some confianza before you go.
Oh my God, I love it. I love your voice. At your face. I need one. I need an accent. I just want to pretend. Does anyone have any questions before this ends? Because I'm not cool enough to have the 45-minute thing and I'm 10 minutes late for another Zoom. Does anyone have any questions about like, I mean, we're having a Zoom next week because Jade wants to get on and there's going to be like a few of us on it. But let me know if you guys have any questions about this because this is like so simple. How long did you do sip and sample parties last? I mean, I don't know. I don't do sip and sample parties. I'm a beginner here, okay? Let's see. Come on here. That was my first like event with this sip and sample thing. So like, don't worry, I got this. I'll figure it out tomorrow when I start texting people about it. I'm going to text them and I'm going to say, listen, I entered you into my weekly drawing because you came last week and I want to let you know that you just won a free sip and sample party for you and your friends. And if 5 people show up, you get a wrap for free. And they're going to go, what's a wrap? Because you didn't even tell us about wraps. All you said was KetoCoffee. And I'm going to go, oh, stop it. And I'll send them before and after and say, this is life. But I don't know because I've never done a sip and sample party, but I'm going to. So I'm going to be honest. I'm just excited about this. This is so simple. And then the little keto shot energies, like 1 packet for 5 different people just to get the taste so they know it's not like dirt, and it's just like, and they'd be like, oh, can I have a little water for it? I'm like, no, you don't need water. Put it in your mouth. Just taste it. That's how it goes. That's how this works. But and I said, you're not going to get the feeling until you actually buy them because that's not a whole packet. I'm not giving you the whole packet at night because it was an evening. So I'm like, I don't want you up all night. And so they got like the taste of it and people were like, oh, this is good. But they weren't getting the effect from it because they have to buy in order to get the effect, Does anyone else have any questions? Okay, well, I'm going to ask a question. Who's going to set up their first sip and sample party for by the 15th of June? I can't hear you, Caitlin. Raise your hand. I know, no one's even on here. Okay. I want you guys, by the 15th, I want you to have an event booked, either an event or a party. Sip and sample, 5 people. It is so simple. Like, I'm not even joking, you guys. Like, literally, I think I went through probably 5 packs of keto coffee, 4 packs of keto energy. It's amazing. And like so simple. So those girls that are on your teams that don't want to do, that you're like, oh my God, they're just walking. They're just doing social media like once in a while. They're not posting very often. They're not on their Instagram working their asses off. Well, get them to do one of these a month and they will love it. They will love it. Like I hated events and I'm like, I'm getting one. I'm going to Florida on Friday and I kid you not, when I get back, I'll have one that week. I will have a party that week or I will have another event booked because I am searching for events now. Yeah, it's so fun. And wrap parties are just, I've just never really done them. So like, this is like huge for me. This is very, very big. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm a mom of 3 now. Like, it's kind of like a night out. It's kind of stupid, but I'm like, oh my gosh, I get 3 hours to myself.